Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Alley. My name is Cody. I'm glad you guys are back for another video. Back at work, and we are doing the second half of our Week 9 Saturday recap. 2 games on tap, Green Bay and Iowa, Vegas and Arizona. So, let's get into it. Let's get it going from Des Moines, Iowa, as the Green Bay Blizzard are going to start this game off. Max Myler fakes the pitch out, throws over the middle. It is caught by Lil Patron. No one is around him. It's a 35-yard touchdown. Iowa possession, it's a 3rd and goal. Cahoon's going to look over the middle. Nice catch by Kean Williams to take the lead. The sensation sweeping the nation. Green Bay Blizzard tush push. Max Myler puts the Blizzard on top. 2nd and 8 for the Barnstormers here. 5 minutes to go. Cahoon's going to drop back, go up in the pocket, but he can't escape the pressure and go down. 3rd and 3 for the Blizzard here late in the first quarter, and Max Myler, not even a back foot throw, just a yeet, and it is tipped and caught by Andre Williams for the touchdown. Backed up towards their own goal line. Cahoon's going to send his men in motion. He's going to try an RPO. The ball is put on the turf. Andre White picks it up. He takes it in for a touchdown. Really quick, watch this. Iowa's going to take the snap, 3rd and goal. They run the ball. Touchdown, Barnstormers. 3rd and goal here for the Blizzard. And watch this cheeky little pop pass by Max Myler. What a play. Late second quarter here, 34-13 is our score. RPO fake. Max Myler looking. He's looking. He is looking. And he just heaves it. And Superman TJ Davis with the touchdown catch. Under a minute to go in the first half. James Cahoon's just going to air this one out. And Superman Mamadou Mbai with the interception for the Blizzard. Going to go 14 seconds left in the first half. Just a simple motion handoff to the right side. Untouched. TJ Davis. Touchdown. All right, let's get wacky because the IFL never disappoints. James Cahoon's going to take this. He's going to evade pressure, throw it into the end zone. It's going to be picked off by Andre White, and then he just heaves it, and it's a touchdown for the Barnstormers. He wasn't touched. Start of the second half here. Cahoon sends his men in motion, looks, pressured, up, and he is taken down. And now face 4th and 9. Cahoon sends his men in motion, looks left. He has the man up over the boards. Jalen Bracey, 12-yard touchdown catch. More than halfway through the third quarter here, Max Myler's going to fake a pitch out, look across his body, and find Lil Patron and says, "Hey guys, what's up? Scored." Needing points, needing stops from midfield, James Cahoon's going to air this to the end zone, and it's Jalen Bracey, 24 yards off the wall like Spider-Man. Touchdown, Barnstormers. Sometimes simple is best. It's just a motion handoff left side. Jalen Cagle outruns the edge and gets in for a touchdown. Fourth quarter, 4th and goal. It's going to be James Cahoon looking over the middle in between 2 defenders. Kean Williams with a touchdown. Facing their own 4th and goal are Green Bay. Max Myler's going to take the snap. He's going to look. He's going to run out of room, run out of time, throws, and Superman TJ Davis over the wall for the grab. All right, ensuing kickoff. You know what that means. Something good or something bad, depending on the team that you root for. Something good for Iowa here. It's going to be Kean Williams picking up the kickoff. Look how slow he waits for that lane. And why are we kicking to this guy? He's going to score. Under 5 to play in the 4th quarter. Game pretty much in hand here. It'll be even more after this, you know what I mean. Max Myler has time, steps up in the pocket, throws. TJ Davis with another touchdown grab for the night. 4th and goal, 38 seconds left, game in hand, but Kean Williams on the handoff, and he's going to get in his 5th touchdown of the evening. Out to Glendale, Arizona we go. It's a 4th and 1 to start this recap highlight package. They only need 1 yard. Shannon Brooks is going to get him 13 and take him into pay dirt as they break the scoring open 7-0. Every single game, it's going to be a play action Jerome Johnson. Screw it, Quentin Randolph down there. Here's your highlight, touchdown Randolph. I really like this play. 2nd and 5, under 7 minutes. Look at the hole the offensive line opens up, and look at Jamal Miles' vision to get in there and score the touchdown on this play. Amazing. Less than 30 seconds to play in the first quarter, down by 8. Jerome Johnson's going to fake the RPO, keep it himself, take it in for the score. They're now down by 1. 3rd and goal at the 1 yard line. It's going to be miscommunication on a pitch out. Shannon Brooks takes the block, but it's picked up by Vegas as they're able to return it all the way back to the 15-yard line with good field position. Trading possessions, we now go under the 1 minute warning. Jerome Johnson keeper to the right side, up the middle and in. They take the lead. Arizona's going to recover a Vegas onside kick before the end of the first half, and Snead makes them pay. Snead to Houston, touchdown. Arizona on top. However, Vegas, with 11 seconds to play, Jerome Johnson throws and says, "Hey, Quentin Randolph, go get your 2nd touchdown of the night." Start of the second half, 5-point lead for Vegas, and just kind of playing with fire here. Jerome Johnson's going to air it into double coverage. Ethan Castleberry picks it off. He's not touched. He's going to take this one all the way out to midfield. We have a first down at the 25-yard line. Snead has an RPO fumble, and he's going to try and fall on it, but it's eventually ripped away. It's going to be Vegas coming up with the fumble recovery. 3rd and 5, beautiful play design here. Motion, fake handoff, wheel route. No one goes with Antonio Wimbush. They have a touchdown. Sometimes you have to wonder if the defense kind of wakes up for their alarm clocks, because how did they let Trey Dixon get behind every single one of them on this 33-yard touchdown pass? Wow. 2.5 to play here. Jerome Johnson sends his men in motion, fakes the RPO. He's going to get a little help over here, and Randolph is wide open. Start of the 4th quarter here. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. RPO, handoff to the left side. Shannon Brooks is going to take it in for the touchdown. 1st and goal from the 2. It's going to be Antonio Wimbush with an RPO handoff right side. He's going to take it in for the touchdown. 30 seconds to play here. 3rd and goal from the 7. Snead sends his men in motion, looks, fires to the back of the end zone. Jamal Miles picks it up. It's a touchdown, Rattlers. All right, ensuing onside kickoff. Does Arizona touch it? Do they not? It does not matter. No challenges, no nothing. Rattlers recover the onside. 12 seconds to play. From the 13-yard line, it is going to be Snead to Houston. You have been snake bitten. Rattlers lead. Final play of the game here for overtime. Ben Derby out for a field goal. It is wide. 50-47 Rattlers. All right, so let's talk recap. Let's talk stats. Let's talk all that stuff. We've done the highlights, all of that fun stuff. Let's take a look at the first game here. We've got Green Bay and Iowa. So stats on the face. Let's go. 74-58. And this just feels like another one of those. It was, but it wasn't. It feels like another one of those games where it's like Iowa tried to just come back in the 4th quarter, but it fell short. When you look at kind of the halftime score and even the first quarter score up there in the middle of the top, 27-7 for Green Bay. And then they kind of cooled off to start the second half. Iowa made, I wouldn't say it's a comeback, but, they scored some points, tried to make it respectable, things along those lines. Taking a look at our game leaders, Max Myler, 13 of 17, 204 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's really, really good, along with 7 carries, 56 yards, and 1 touchdown on the ground. TJ Davis is your leading receiver, just a Randy Moss stat line. 4 catches, 85 yards, 4 touchdowns. If you don't know what that means, go look at the Randy Moss Thanksgiving meme. That's what I mean. James Cahoon is your leading passer, 21 of 35, 218 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Alfonso Graham is your leading rusher for Iowa, which that's not a bad stat line for Iowa rushing, all things considered. 9 carries, 21 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Jalen Bracey, your leading receiver. Really good day for Bracey. 7 catches, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. Taking a look over at our team stats, and Green Bay, I know. I harp on 3rd and 4th downs, but it's kind of crucial to convert 3rd and 4th downs, truth be told. And Green Bay converted 60% and both of their 4th down conversions. And Iowa, 4 fourth down conversions out of 5, but they had to go for it 5 times on 4th down because they missed it 6 times on a 3rd down. So when they weren't converting 3rd down, they were almost converting 4th down. So again, you can kind of make stats say whatever you want. You can sit there and say, hey, 3rd down sucked, but their 4th down was good. Well, still works all the same. They're getting first downs, and they were able to move the ball. They were. Total yards will show Green Bay. Obviously, they have more points, which probably means more yards. Not always the case, but, outgained them there. But Iowa led them in passing by just a couple yards. It's where Green Bay takes over in the rushing category. Almost 100 yards rushing for the Blizzard. 18 yards rushing for the Barnstormers, which means someone lost yards if Alfonso Graham had 21 on the day. Only 1 field goal attempted, and then penalties, roughly 3 turnovers for the Barnstormers all in all. I mean, it's just one of those things where Green Bay came out guns a-blazing, and we can talk about that. We can talk about the Iowa touchdown at the end of the first half where Andre White had that, was it an interception? Where he had the interception, and then he just threw it behind him. And then Kean Williams came up with it. But before that, like I said, Green Bay was cruising. And I'm not saying that the Kean Williams fumble recovery at the end of the first half was the spark that lit the candle, but 47-13 at that point before. And I don't know, after that was just kind of a back and forth affair. TJ Davis just doing TJ Davis things, man. He was very, very good today. Max Myler was very good as well. But overall, what can you say? Green Bay, they look pretty good. Iowa, oh, buddy, this is just a season from hell to combine with the other last couple of years of the season from hell from Iowa. So we're just kind of back to the drawing board for them. And yeah, they scored the most points in the fourth quarter like they do most of the time here, 22 in the fourth quarter. So I don't know. It's what can you do? But anyway, that's where we have it. Let's go take a look at our second recap. We'll take a look at our bets, and we'll get on out of here. All right, so recap number 2 of the second part 2 recap. You know what I mean. Final game of the slate for week 9. Let's talk about it. Stats over the face. Let's go. 50-47. Arizona wins a squeaker. They have to come back. They score 22 points in that fourth quarter and get a 3-point victory. Taking a look at our game leaders, Jerome Johnson, 13 of 27, 162 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. He is your leading rusher as well, 9 carries, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quentin Randolph, 8 catches, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns. For the Arizona side, 19 of 30 for 177 yards is Dalton Snead, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Shannon Brooks, 10 carries, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Isaiah Houston, 7 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. So overall, some pretty good stat lines, all things considered. Taking a look at the team stats, fairly even. Both teams were pretty bad on third downs, pretty good on fourth downs. Total yards, roughly the same. Passing and rushing, roughly the same. They both missed a couple field goals or 1 field goal. Penalty yardage was roughly a very, very even game. That shows you where the levels of both teams are kind of at. Arizona, very good. Vegas, they've had some slip-ups. They've had some issues, but they've been able to kind of make things work, even though they are hovering around 500. So, Vegas, they can play well. It's just sometimes they're letting these games kind of slip away. Arizona is making the most of it. They have played in quite a few close games, and that could bode well for them when it comes playoff time, when the games are kind of close. I mean, Arizona didn't really make them close last year, but, I digress. Turnovers, roughly the same. 2 fumbles lost for Arizona, 1 interception for Vegas. But I do want to talk about... We got to talk about the onside kick. We got to talk about the challenge. We got to talk about all of that stuff. So, yeah, you don't have a challenge for that onside kick, which, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You don't challenge it. You can't challenge it. And Arizona recovers, and the refs have to go with it. So I'm not mad that the refs are saying, hey, you have to do this. And they even said, Vegas doesn't have a challenge. You can't do this. And the issue that I kind of take with it is what a collapse for Vegas, in a sense. They scored 7 points in the fourth quarter, couldn't really get anything going, and at least in the fourth quarter. And Jamal Miles with a 7-yard touchdown pass, Isaiah Houston to cap it off with a 50-47. And here's my thing about it too. Excuse me again. You have the former 2024 or reigning 2024 IFL MVP, and you're kicking a field goal down 3 with a kicker. I believe this is your 3rd kicker of the year, because they went Dante Brown. I can't remember who they had. Was it Paul Ortiz? Or that might be last year. I can't remember. But this is your 3rd kicker, and you're expecting him to hit a very, very long field goal to tie it up and send it to overtime. Yes, it's happened before. You look at Kyle Kaplan taking the win last year with Quad City in Iowa. There are long field goals that do get kicked, and I'm not saying that it was the right choice. I'm not saying it was the wrong choice, but I'm kind of saying it's the wrong choice. You have a guy who can heave it to the end zone. You have wide receivers who can go up and catch it in CJ Wyndham or Quentin Randolph or whoever. Why not give them the chance? I know you want to take the game to overtime, but I don't know. I feel like you're going to lose it regardless. You miss the field goal, or if it gets batted down or intercepted, you're going to lose. So why not take that opportunity to go for the win? That's just how I feel about it when it comes to that game-ending field goal, and the fact that it was just completely off target. Now, overall, like I said, a very good game, very even game between the two. They went back and forth. Vegas built up quite a big lead at one point. It was 40 to 28. So, I mean, that was a pretty big pretty big, substantial margin for Arizona to come back with, and they did. So kudos to Arizona. For Vegas, you've got to be left kicking yourself going, how do we let this one get away? Because you had the victory kind of in your grasps. You had 15 minutes to try and, figure it all out, and they couldn't. So what can you do? But there we have it, 50-47. Let's go check out our bets. Let's go check out, well, that's really it. So let's go check out our bets, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, so we won this bet, but I'm not bringing all the clothing and everything here to work to put on a 5-second little skit. So, yeah, this one stings. And the reason why, you're at 89 points, 47-42. Arizona scores the final touchdown to bring it up to 97, and that hits the over, and that breaks my heart. And that is it for our Week 9 Part 2 Saturday recap. And that is it for Week 9 as a whole. We are just chugging along here and making sure that we can get these recaps and everything caught right back up as we transition into Week 11. So if you're taking your time to watch this stuff, a week or two in the past, I appreciate it. It really helps out, I wouldn't say really helps out the channel because I really don't care, but I do care about the channel. But you know what I mean. I don't care about all of the likes and stuff like that. I still plug it, but I could care less. Anyway, we're talking football. That's what we do all the time, and we're going to continue to do that. We still have Week 10 recaps to go, Week 11 previews, and we're going to get caught back up. I know we will, especially this weekend since there's less recaps and stuff like that to do. So with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, blah, 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 all of that stuff, and I will catch you in the next preview, recap, whatever I upload. It's a mystery. Ooh. But yeah, with that being said, I'm taking off here. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Until then, see ya.